Hey everyone, it is me. Still in the middle of suffering, but it's an update day, and killing time until the PlayStation Showcase, which of course I am really pulling for, of course, Tactics and Final Fantasy IX to show up. I've heard maybe some rumors that maybe some new rumors that Tactics going to show up. Of course, it's still early. It could still not happen. It could still be something entirely different since the hint was kind of vague. But someone who is a very reliable leaker seems to be kind of hinting towards some kind of tactical game. So stay tuned for the PlayStation Showcase, and roughly before the PlayStation Showcase, I will keep you entertained because we will be talking about the upgraded characters, which this actually is like a really hype batch. Engelbert, Tyrell, Elshra, Camilo, Gargus, Cyrell, Sadali, and Glassy. It's a wind and light wet dream, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, let's talk about some of the new things that have happened on JP, and we're even going to do a big poll. That's right, it's going to happen in this video, so stay tuned. Alright, so the big thing this time around is Shiva. Dark Shiva. Chaos Shiva. Shiva of no fixed address. Alright, so I already did my one cheap poll on this one. Didn't get her, so I guess it's going to be a down the line type of thing. The Shiva Vision card ended up being a 15% agility for water and ice-based units, critical evasion of 10, magic plus 38% for maxing out the VC. As for the unit effects, magic of 10% and AoE of 10, dexterity of 52, luck of 20, magic of 172, defense of 4, AP of 20, and HP of 372 makes it a pretty good VC overall. I think that this VC, I mean, like, it's a speed VC, and it's a speed VC with magic boost, and it, more importantly, it kind of takes away from needing to use the Black Witch Helena card as a speed-based card, and you can actually just throw this one on instead, since it synergizes better with ice and water, and works for, you know, in general, speed is considered to be a pretty good thing to have. So this VC, I think, is pretty darn good for a 90 cost VC. I don't know. I don't know if it's like my favorite of the 90 cost VCs. But you know, most of those VCs have made their way to being pretty prominently featured in their elemental team. Not always, but quite a bit of the time. So I think Dark Shiva, we will see it on competitive teams, and it's just a matter of time to see how much. Now, as for the Esper itself, Dark Shiva, 100% hit chance on her attack, 275 mod, increases attack and magic by 60% for 3 turns, or decrease, sorry, of attack and magic by 60% for 3 turns to the targets that are hit by it. So, you know, pretty good if you wanted to go that summon attack route, and maybe somehow summons one day be completely viable. But, you know, Dark Bahamut does get used for the reason of just the dispel effect. So there's a chance that this could. As for her summon board, skill tree, if you will, she does have initial AP of 5%, magic resistance of a good amount. No, sorry, I missed a node there. Magic initial AP of 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 equals 10%, which is kind of interesting. Also, she has a 200% chance for magic damage of 5%. So basically, she can up magical power units that are equipped with this. Now, here's where we're going to get really in. So she has critical evasion, wind killer, AoE resistance, increase / attack resistance, boost evocation gauge, accuracy, increase critical rate, and I think I mentioned magic resistance, but if I didn't, magical resistance. Now, here's the part that I think people are going to be like, okay. So she has increase pierce attack for her damage type and increase ice attack as well. Now, the ice attack is 25%, and the pierce attack is, I think, only 10. Overall, Dark Shiva is essentially a magical-based Esper. I mean, she has a 107 magic attack with 61 physical. Not terribly bad. I guess you could use for either one. Dexterity 82, Lux 74, stop resistance, 1151 HP, 48 AP, 39 TP, and the last one, and the most important, of course, of always, agility 19, which is really, really high. There are very few Espers that kind of get very close to that 20 mark. So this is one of the faster Espers, although Dark Ramu is generally faster. This feels very specifically Jaden. If we just look at the overall board, like this is almost tailor-made to Jaden. I don't even think like Aranea would really benefit anywhere near as much as Jaden will. This Esper is just made for that. But overall, I think it's generally a pretty good ice Esper for physical or ice units. You don't need to go the Pierce route. Initial AP is pretty decent on it. I mean, you can throw in the 200% magic attack if you're throwing in a magical unit, but decent resistances, critical rate, ice attack of a high amount means that this Esper can be just a really good ice Esper across multiple units. So cool. I'm actually pretty happy with this overall combo. I think that it is geared toward a little bit more that magical side, so that might be what some people are looking for. Then definitely go ahead, try it out, try and get the Esper. I failed, but didn't have much hope, only a fool's hope. Now, as for we'll tour through some stuff here. So for 3.5 anniversary is still going on. We can see that here we have daily purchases of 300 lapis to get 120 scrolls if you're really into upgrading certain characters. Looks like we have another one of these, another shard selector for 200 shards for 300 paid lapis, which is just generally one of the best deals in the entire game right now. And a UR horn plus 80 orbs for a character of your choosing. So, and 80 scrolls, 5 and 10. Decently, I mean, for paid lapis if you're looking to upgrade a character really quickly. As for in here, as you can see, we got this. This is an insta-buy, because why wouldn't you? And also another 500 regular lapis to get a 40 EX shard of your choosing. And over here we got some UR orbs. We got some looks like UR orbs here, UR scrolls here. And the horns are back up to being ridiculously expensive again, but okay. So yeah, this is the general thing. Oh yeah, and also right now on JP, we have a rerun of Preen, Relugia, and Raph. Interesting that I forgot her name long enough. So, you know, in the future, globalers can potentially look forward to this in the future. And there's also this shop here if you, I guess, want to go this route. What is this? 20 unit shards for 1,000 lapis? Okay. All right. So moving on, we'll talk about the next thing here, which is to do with the new wave battle. And yes, I've been a little distracted from actually doing this properly. One day I'll get to it. And it might be really soon, because while the last two haven't really motivated me, this one I just need to go back and finish because it's relatively easy. This new one is kind of a water player's dream, and also ice too. So taking a look, we have two new weapons. Dragon Fist, first of all, which when the condition is met, a character's HP is under 50%, the character in question will also get an increase of physical or magical damage of 10%. Now this is an auto cast, and it just basically works. So yeah, the Dragon Fist, I guess we can go in. I think I'm going to have to trigger a story quest here. I can always watch it again later. But Obviously, this is great for both physical and magical based fist units, which cool. I'm always happy to see strike support. Also, we will get increased strike attack by 20 off of this weapon, which I think is generally, really, really strong. I'll just go in here so I can click on this. Pay no attention to the teams. Those just auto-generate. So increased strike attack of 20, reaction block rate of 30, and Dragon Killer of 30. Dragon Killer is kind of interesting, depending on what enemies we have to fight in the future. But this, I mean, honest, like, I love this for Edward. I love this for Preen. I love this for Urel. In the earth element, potentially snow even can get some pretty, if you want to go more offensive. Like, Preen seems the safest bet for who this is made for. Edward doesn't really have terribly much survivability, and Urel does have a bit more. But Preen's the 100 cost unit who's already proven to be used for quite a really long time now. Extra reaction block for her, extra strike attack, and more damage when she can proc an ability that already regenerates her health if it gets too low. Seems really, really, really powerful in combination with each other. So yeah, Dragonfest is a straight 10 out of 10 piece of equipment. Also, I should say, really quickly before moving on, maxed out 171 attack, 133 magic, 22 accuracy, 15 evade, and 5 crit. Really strong, incredibly strong fist, and I love it. Next up, this is the new Katana in the game. And as we've been talking about water units, well, all right, so what do we get? It's a 193 attack, 124 magic, 7 accuracy, and 20 crit. I did not mention the HP because it's pretty negligible, but there is some HP on these equipments as well. This one, when HP is over 80%, increase agility by 10%, increase human resistance by 5%, period, and increase critical rate by 20. Really, really strong Katana. Agility is always really powerful here. Looking at this on Sephiroth, Astrius, any other characters that I've forgotten, it's pretty decently statted for both sides, but obviously primarily for physical units. I really love this thing, and yeah, going to be something that I think I will put some effort into just getting. Looks like this time around they've switched it maybe to be a little bit more friendly for people to get things to encourage them. I don't know if JP's I don't know if JP is like super inclined to do these things recently, but there you go. All right. And last but not least is this free pull. 1 UR on 30 pulls. So you get 30 draws off of this thing and 1 UR. For deal hunters, of course, I've talked about the fact that Raph and them are coming back. And if you take a look here at the way this banner is situated, you can basically like prioritize certain units, which is pretty cool. Nice to see some extra functionality being built into banners to maybe make people a little bit better for it. As for these, however, this is probably Umbra's deal of the month kind of thing, if there was such a thing. Here we have 30 pulls with 5 URs for 2,000 paid lapis. If you're just taking a look at the URs alone, 5 URs is definitely worth 2,000 lapis. When you also are getting a reroll out of it too, works out to be pretty nice. Here we can see you either have the unit, you have a unit 1, and you have a vision card 1. This is probably to drain resources before Bridal Alaya shows up, who will, some people are thinking is going to be a light unit. We'll see. But these are 2 pretty hot deals if you're just looking for general value from pulls. And if you're willing to fork out the paid lapis, you can actually get for 2,000 10 URs on 50 pulls with 3 rerolls. So that's a pretty good chance of getting something you want, especially if you've been skipping a ton of banners that are not collaboration banners, because of course collaboration characters not on it. So here you are. Happy anniversary. Hope you enjoyed this video. See if we have any luck whatsoever here. I mean, 1 UR is guaranteed, but maybe we'll get a couple out of this. Who knows? Could happen. So yeah. I hope you've also really liked just checking out some of the content. I know content has been a little bit scant and it's felt a little maybe quiet for a 3.5 anniversary, but it's just because I've been suffering for a little bit and we'll be suffering for the next few days. Let's see what we get. Eliza. Cool. Love Eliza. I would love an Eliza. And we already got a second one, which is in VC I don't have maxed. Cool. Awesome. Great. 2 URs. We've already done better than expected, and we still have a bunch of free stuff, which, you know, never look a gift horse in the mouth. This is a thing that JP's been doing a fair amount recently with this one, is just the multiples. So you get these like continuous summon animations. They never stop. How the actual drawing of like when you see the book turn yellow and whatnot. Yeah, just a yellow there. This last one gonna change? No. See, that's what I mean. Like a little bit. Oh, cool. We got 3 URs out of a free pull. Looks like we're getting a character out of this. Nice, nice. So yeah, about 5 hours-ish from the timing of this video, I'll put out the character talk, because I'm actually really hyped about it. What we get? Oh, that's old Howlet. For a second there I was like, oh, new Howlet. Never mind. There would have been an animation too there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back. That's just a yellow. And streaming next week and seeing everybody again. Obviously, pretty quiet time, but no worries. We'll be back soon enough. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the future. And again, fingers crossed for Final Fantasy Tactics.